Hey guys, MPTV, Matt Piper, the Soccer Mentor. Quite a few of you have asked, I've had tweets, I've had things on my Instagram. Not had too much in the comments yet of my 1 minute videos. I don't know if people like that concept or not. I just thought it was a good idea to try and answer people's questions, because I get quite asked a lot of questions, especially at the minute through email. But I do get asked quite a lot of questions on Twitter and places like that, in my inbox, because I follow quite a lot of people back about football related questions. So the idea behind the playlist of Improve Your Game in less than 1 minute was to try and help people as fast as I could. I've seen some great sites on YouTube. Me and my kids watch them all the time, talking about how to improve your game at this, that, and we love it, but we always fast forward it to the bit where they're actually telling you how you can improve your game, because I get my kids to watch them kind of things all the time, and especially the skill sites. I've said it before, I'll say it again, you should get on them sites, and there's some great technical knowledge coming through on them sites, and using them technical sites will help improve your game, and watching all those videos. So STR Skill School, sorry, F2 Freestylers, the Skill Twins. One similar to me, what I'm doing, and he's a really great guy, I've had a few emails with him back and forth, is Mr. Monts over at Online Soccer Academy. Hundreds of videos, really will help you improve your game, so get across to his channel, have a look at that. Obviously I've not got many viewers yet, I've not got many subscribers, but the ones that I have got, I'm really happy you're with me. And I've not said this yet, but I'm not looking, obviously it would be nice if I had lots of views and lots of subscribers, but that's not my end goal. My goal is to try and help your game as much as I can. So these new playlists, I'm going to switch between the two. I'm still going to do my if you ask questions, I'm going to try and answer it under 1 minute and give you my opinion. And at the end of the day, that's all it is. Just because I played at the top level in England, I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm an expert, you've got to listen to me, I'm an expert. This channel is not about that whatsoever. I'll tell you my backstory in a minute, because that's what this video is for, but my opinion will be an educated opinion. It won't be an expert opinion. So I'm not going to stand in front of you and tell you this is how it is and that's how it's got to be, and end of. It's not about that at all on this channel. It's about an ex-Premier League player just trying to help motivate, inspire, and pass a little bit of knowledge on to that next generation. So that's what this channel's about. These new playlist videos are going to be about stories from my football career, because a few people ask, and quite a few people get involved when I do the Ask Matt Piper on the Twitter and things like that. And I just think it's if I never made it as a professional, I would like to hear some stories from inside the dressing room and places like that, so you get a real feel for the life of a footballer. And hopefully some of them stories will help inspire you to really want to go on and try and achieve in soccer, to try and get to that level. So I would have liked that when I was younger. I would have listened to videos like that. So that's why I'm putting it out there. So the first one of this group of videos is going to be about my career and how I kind of made it and got to that level in football. All I ever wanted to be from when I was 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, was a professional player. My teachers used to ask me at school, like they do at schools, what do you want to be when you're older? I want to be a footballer. Yeah, not many people make it though, Matt, so choose something else. Policeman, fireman, what do you want to be? A footballer. That's all I ever wanted to be. That's all I ever said. At the same time, did I work hard in school? I tried my best. I did try my best in school, I remember that. I'm not going to be one of these ex-professionals that say you've got to work hard in school, because I think that's a given. In life, you should try your best at anything you do. I'm a big believer in that. That's how I bring my children up, my stepdaughter. I really believe in that. Anything you try in life, give it your best shot, whether it's school, whether it's soccer, football, whether it's maths, homework, whatever, give it your best. And did I give it my best? Yes. Was I a great student? No, not really. But I've always tried hard. I try new things. I do a little bit of writing from time to time. I put these videos out there, and are they great? At the minute, no, but I try my best, and I'm just trying to help people. So yeah, so back to the story. That's all I ever wanted to be. Like I said, I tried hard from 6 years old. Was I very good when I first started at soccer, football? No. I wouldn't say I was awful, because I was quite quick. So that always helped. A lot of people used to say, when I was younger, I used to be like Forrest Gump, just running everywhere in straight lines. There was no real method to my play, until a teacher really inspired me. He pulled me aside and he said, listen Matt, you could be a really good footballer, but you've got to practice on this, you've got to work on that. He gave me a few tips, he told me a few things. So I went away, and for 2 years, me, not just my dad, me, my dad, my mum helped me a lot with my football career. My younger brother helped me a lot with my football career. I'd always stick him in goal, get in goal, boom. I'd shoot at him all the time in the back garden. But very rarely from 6, you wouldn't really see me without a football at my feet. I think that's like a lot of guys that make it. I mean, there's some that don't practice too hard that have just got it naturally. But I was one of these guys that did. I practiced, I got home from school. I played at school, I played before school. I'd get up in the morning and my mum would give me cornflakes and an orange for breakfast. I'd eat the cornflakes and I'd kick the orange to school and kick around in the house with it before we went and try and do kick-ups with it, which she weren't too best pleased about, obviously. But so I was always, from the age of 6, trying to improve my game. And by the time I got to 8 years old, Nottingham Forest asked me to go and train with, I'm a Leicester boy, but Nottingham Forest asked me to go and train with their academy. So I went over there, and within 6 weeks I had another letter come through the door from Leicester City saying, no, we want you to come and train with us. So obviously, being a Leicester boy, I left Nottingham after 6 weeks, went, trained at Leicester, and then basically I didn't look back. I went all the way through at Leicester City until I got to under 18s, and then I did really start to become, that's when I realised it myself. I thought, do you know what, I'm quite a good player now. I was quick, I could take people on, I got lots of crosses into the box. And Leicester was really nice at that time, because it was when Martin O'Neill was the manager, and he used to come and watch youth team games if he had time. He used to come and just off the off chance, and he used to scare some of his players with like 17 years old, and the manager of the football clubs there, and as you know, at that time, Martin O'Neill days, Leicester were doing really well, and he used to come and watch and really give his opinion and come and get involved on talks at half time and things like that with the youth team managers and stuff. Muzzy Izzet used to come and watch, Neil Lennon, Emil Heskey. I used to clean Emil's boots, by the way. That's why I got his shirt behind, his Liverpool shirt. Thanks for that, Emil. So yeah, so everyone, it was like a big community, and the first team mixed in with the younger lads, and there was a lot of banter, and they offered to help quite a lot. That's why I'm so close to Muzzy and people like that now. They still stay close, and I don't know if football's lost that a little bit. And from what I've seen recently, it probably could have. But back then, it was such a community. So, and Martin O'Neill asked me when I was 17 years old to come and travel with the first team. So I went and I travelled up to Newcastle. There was no way I was going to play or even be on the bench, but he asked me to go with the squad to a Premier League game. And in them days, Martin O'Neill used to take like 18, 19, 20 players when you could have 5 subs. So like 3 or 4 lads missed out, but he used to always put in some young lads like me. So you got a feel for it. You got to feel what it was like to be a proper professional footballer and travelling with the first team, and the pre-match meals and the leaving the hotel and the little meetings that you'd have before the game and how you were going to set up and play the game. So I think if I was ever going to be a manager, that's how I would do it these days. I know there's probably some managers out there that still do that kind of thing. But it really, so once you do get your big break, like I did a few years later, it doesn't seem so alien to you. Oh my God, I'm in the first team, I don't know what's going on, oh, I'm so nervous. It wasn't like that. It was more of a, it it was such an easier transition because what Martin O'Neill had done back then. So then Martin O'Neill left, so obviously you have to start all over again with a new manager. Peter Taylor came in and he didn't have the best of times, and to be honest, Peter Taylor wasn't really having me as a footballer. He was there for a year or two, and he sort of said it'd come to the end of my contract, and obviously I was getting near with Martin O'Neill. But then Peter Taylor come in and he was sort of like, Matt, it killed me a little bit, because he was like, Matt, we think you're a really good player, but we don't think you're going to be Premier League standard. So what we want to do, it'd be good to recoup some money from you, and it'll be good for you to have a move. So we're going to give you a new contract, but we're not going to put you on the same kind of money that some of the other guys are on, who were my age, who I felt at the time I thought I was ahead of. But Peter Taylor said this anyway, and he said, so we're going to offer you a new contract, but it's not on the same level as what they're on, but if you want to stay at the football club, sign it and you can stay. So I was like, oof. And like I said before, I was there since I was 8 years old, so I've been a Leicester boy all my life, so I was like, yeah, of course I'll sign it. So I signed for like hundreds and hundreds of pounds cheaper than some of the other lads my age. Which, to be honest, was it a problem? No, not really, because I did believe in my ability. So anyway, I didn't end up getting nowhere near the first team, but I was playing really well for the reserves. And Gary Parker, who was at Celtic with Neil Lennon, and now I think he's gone to Bolton with Neil Lennon, he was the reserve team manager, and he said, mate, if Peter Taylor ever did move on and I was still at this club and the club asked me to take the first team for a game or two, I'll start you. And I thought he was just saying them words to try and boost me up before a game. Anyway, within 2 weeks this had happened. Peter Taylor got the sack, Gary Parker got the job for one game, and he put me in. He started me from nowhere. I mean, I was nowhere near it under Peter Taylor, and he started me, and I played against Leeds. I played against Rio Ferdinand. This is that shirt that you see hanging up. Rio gave me a shirt after the game, because he did say to me, he said, Matt, you're going to be a really good player. Give me a shirt and I'll give you mine. Rio, top man. When he did that for me on my debut, it was unbelievable. I quickly ran back into the dressing room and got the spare shirt to give him, because it was my debut shirt. I wanted to keep it. So it was just a great time, and if anyone has a dream out there and you're listening to this, I know I've gone on a little bit, it's a lot longer than my minute videos I've been doing, but if anyone has a dream out there to become a professional soccer player, never give up on it, never give up, because as I said, Martin O'Neill loved me. Peter Taylor was not having me at all. He was like, you need to be playing in League One, League Two. He said, that's where we see you at, that's the kind of standard we see you at. And so it was just, never ever give up on your dreams, keep going, take advice where you can get it. That's why YouTube's so good. You can hear off ex-professionals like myself, you can get on all these skill sites, and I don't want to go on too long because this is now getting near 12-13 minutes, but that was the first part of my life as a footballer and how I sort of got there. Hope you can take some things from it. Hope it can help you in some small way. And if it's brought any questions up in your head that you think, oh, I want to ask him that, send it through and I'll answer it through the Improve Your Game in Less Than 1 Minute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing these kind of stories every now and again. I'll do the part 2 of this story on my move to Sunderland and the England under-21s, and then how my career came to an end so early at 25 years old. Hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe, ask as many questions as you want. This is what this channel's for. I'm here to help as many young soccer players as possible. Thanks for watching.